Adam Lustig with Juicy.com, and this is Making People Funny, where we talk with hilarious people. I'm here with Marc Maron. Thank you very much for sitting down with us.
Hilarious people.
Yeah. Just 1.5 hilarious people here.
Hold on, I gotta get in the right mindset, because I didn't know that I would have to be
hilarious. Yeah, not hilarious, just alive. Just being.
Okay, I can do
cool.
that.
That's great.
Alive is easier than hilarious.
That's much easier.
Yeah.
Now, the WTF podcast you have been doing for, what was the inception of that? That was just...
That's been going on for about a year, a little over a year, I guess. Yeah. We do 2 a week. And it's quite a production schedule. My partner is Brendan McDonald, not a Jew.
McDonald, huh? That's
no, yeah, it's surprising. Yeah. Maybe they changed it coming over. But he produced me on Air America for years. He produced me in every form I've taken on audio, on radio.
Wow.
And it's a really good partnership, because I'm a chaotic guy who's generally falling horizontally through life, and he's very organized.
He's just sort of picking you up, holding you up.
Producer, yeah, he's great.
It's been spiritually nurturing for you, I would imagine, this podcast. I mean,
in so many ways. You know, I've been able to sort of make an amends with people that I have amends to. I've found a certain amount of humility in engaging in conversation with people that I would have resented at a different time, or overcoming that resentment and judgment. You know, driving out to Judd Apatow's office.
Yeah.
You know, I know of him. We all know of each other. I've been doing this long enough, and enough people know me or appreciate what I do.
Yeah, of course.
To know me, and you know, I met Judd years ago, and he sought me out. You know.
To do it for the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, no kidding.
Yeah, he emailed Patton Oswalt, and I get this email from Patton saying, you know, is it okay if I give Judd your email? And I'm like, no, that's no. You know, let him go through the website. No.
What about a t-shirt first?
Yeah, I can't give my email to everybody. You know what I mean? I'm not that accessible. So I'm like, of course, give him my email.
Give him my Yahoo address. Give him my old address.
But the weird thing, I was miserably depressed driving over there, because I've been fighting, you know, I don't think a clinical depression, but, you know, just the depression of what happened in my life, you know, why am I driving to Judd Apatow's, you know, sitting in a car outside Judd Apatow's office building, you know, plugging in 2 microphones, you know, and then holding them, you know, looking down.
Sort of take stake where you're at.
Yeah. Right, yeah, it's like, this is my life. You know, but I also have moments now, for some reason, when I'm peeing, where I look down and I'm like, I'm almost done with life. You know, I don't know how that's happened. And you know, so like, I was literally suicidal driving over to his place. And then I got in there, and, you know, and we started talking, and our love of comedy, you know, we bonded deeply. There was a Jewish experience here, but there was also this love of comedy, how comedy had really, you know, saved our lives in a lot of ways as children. And then I left, like, you know, ecstatic.
Yeah.
You know, not so much that because I got an interview, but that, you know, I had this bonding experience with this guy. You know, despite the fact of who he is in the business and everything else, that was, you know, emotional and common ground, and you know, it was very moving to me. Yeah, so in that way, it is spiritual, but it's just very human, you know.
Absolutely. I'm sure it's been able to supplant your, I don't know if you go to therapy or anything, but this is...
I just started.
Oh, yeah?
I just started going because, after all is said and done, I still seem to be very angry down there somewhere. And I thought it was gone. I thought I outgrew it. And then I got emotionally involved with another woman, for real. And then I'm like, oh, it's all there.
It's all coming back.
Yeah. Why does she like me? Get out. All right, come back.
Yeah.
Get out. When you get older and you know what your issues are, you know, you really, like, you have this conversation where I walked in with my therapist and I'm like, look, I know what the issues are.
Right.
And I know that I'm probably not going to unfuck myself before I die. But now, if we could try to temper the things that seem to continually fuck me up, that would be good. Is there any way you can help me with that?
Yeah. And he said, absolutely not. And
no, he said, well, we can talk about it. I'm like, you're a hustler. Yeah, this is a racket. I know we can talk about it.
That's the whole idea.
Yeah. No, I want you to fix it. I had an apartment in Astoria for years.
Oh, in Astoria, no kidding.
Yeah, I lived there for years, and I used to use the apartment, but I finally gave it up.
Right.
Yeah, I gave it to Leo Allen.
Oh, you gave it to him. That's nice of you.
Yeah. Well, I used to sublet it, and it just becomes sort of a weird aggravation. I finally just was like, and it was weird by the time I let him take over the lease. I was like, I had no emotions about it whatsoever.
Right.
Primarily because between you and I had bed bugs, and and like I got rid of them. But you know, do you ever really get rid of them?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't tell Leo that, but now I feel bad.
You're telling him, yeah.
Everybody's had them.
Who has them? And if you haven't, then you have. You still have.
Yeah,
it's more of a mental disease
than
anything.
After a certain point,
it's a mental condition.
But once you've had them, once you know they're there, and you do the research and you really get involved with it. See, look, you're scratching. The mental disease really is psychotic.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's this thing that you can't kill them. They're like miniature dinosaurs that have outlived everything. And they're predatory and they come out at night and they fucking suck your blood and then they go away. And so once you've had them, even after you've had your place doused, you know, there's no, they really make it, they can be dormant for a year and a half.
Decades.
They can sleep for generations. You're like, holy fuck. So, you know, after you've had them once, even when they're gone, you're like, oh shit. You know, your whole life is like, it was worse than cocaine psychosis, which I've had too, back in the day. It was worse than that.
Yeah, and every piece of lint, it might as well be a bed bug. I mean, everything becomes a bed bug.
Or everything becomes a little bit of coke. And then that's when you know you have to stop either bed bugs or cocaine.
Or cocaine, right.
That is when you're thinking everything is either coke or a bed bug.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm glad I got off both of them.
Congratulations.
Yeah, but you never know when either of them can come back.
Can come sneak back. Yeah.